Kayanenga, and I'm coming at you with deck of the month April. And I've been toying around with this build for I'd say about 3 weeks now, and I've been just trying to pound together a good, consistent Lightsworn build under this new format. And unfortunately, Lightsworns can't be run by themselves. Now they need a push. They need some help from a different type of archetype or some other different support like darks and whatnot. And I ended up coming up with this, and I hate to call it a Twilight build just because it's light and dark. It kills me, but I thought up a different name because of certain monsters that are in this build, and I decided to call it LSD. So I hope you guys like it, and here, check it out. First off, of course, we've got two Judgment Dragons. They are still at 2, and they're the most prominent OTK factor of the deck. So yeah, double judging is harder now to do, but it's still possible. So yeah, you'll see where this build goes in a little while. One Lumina, ouch, yeah, one Lumina, but she's still there and she's still strong. So you want to charge for her, but now it's a lot more risky since charge is at 1 and she's at 1. You don't want to mill the only copy of her that you have. So yeah, it's kind of hard to do. One Celestia, since Foliage is now down to 1, I was running 2 to 3, but now Celestia at 1 just feels a lot more right, and it allows for more space for different monsters with different effects to hit the deck. So yeah, she's only at 1. One Lila, you could run 2 if you want to play test with 2 or whatever. If you feel confident more with 2, I prefer 1. She's one is okay with me. It's all about preference, I guess. One Garroth, also you could run 2. In this build, you'll see a lot more 2-ofs of unusual Lightsworns. Yeah, but for the most part, one Garroth. And we got 2 Janes. She's really good, especially with like a lot of different monsters. She jumps up to 21, so that's a plus. And she mills 2, so it's not all that bad. And yeah, it's just really good. She's not always a bad top deck, so yeah. 2 copies of Raikou. This guy's definitely gotten stronger since the new ban list. Now that you have to fill up the other Lightsworn slots with, different ones since like Lumina's out. And yeah, it's really nice to have this at 2 since it mills 3 and it destroys cards. Gets rid of like Colossal and different things that scare Lightsworns. Especially like Gladiator Beasts, since they will be coming back. I've got a feeling, oh, that was my finger there. They will be coming back, so you don't want them tagging out. 2 Wolves, I prefer 2. I was running 3, but 2 just felt a lot more convenient for me. I like 2. You won't top deck it as much, which I used to have a problem with a long time ago, but as I got more experience with this deck, I learned that for the most part this new format 2 is a lot better, since you won't be milling as much as you were last format. And of course, 2 Honest, your final last light support, really good, and now that it's at 2, it's becoming a staple for most Twilight variants. On to the darker part, and this is why I call it LSD, the D part standing for Destiny Heroes. Destiny Heroes also serve a small engine, but as for the most part, militias, you hardly get to see a level 8 synchros without having to sacrifice the 6-star synchro monster that you've got, especially with Plague. Plague is probably the only tuner in this deck, so yeah, you really need to abuse him. So 2 Destiny Heroes, malicious, yeah. The other 2 Destiny Heroes, which are the last 2 Destiny Heroes of the deck, are 2 Diamond Dudes. It's really versatile since I do run a lot of spell cards, a lot of normal spells for the most part anyways, and it's really good to flip over like some of the cards that you'll see in the deck. I don't want to give them away until you see them, but yeah, 2 Diamond Dudes. Of course, the 1 Dark Arm. There are 7 other dark monsters in this deck, and they all have to do with removing themselves from the grave, so you will have a tremendous way of controlling the darks in your grave. It's really nice, and you will, whenever you top deck this, you will more than likely always be able to pull it out. 1 Chaos Sorcerer, of course. You're going to be running light and dark. Chaos Sorcerer is pretty much a staple. Well, at least I think so. Of course, Plex Spreader Zombie, the level 2 Star Synchro. Let's send this to the graves with Lumina. Other cards that you'll see, and of course, Millet with Lightsworn support. And the last monster, Necro Gardener. Really great, versatile. Now that it's at 1, it's a staple. Onto the spells. 1 charge of the Light Brigade, of course, to get your Lightsworns and the Mill 3. 3 solar recharges. Good thing that the ban list did not touch this card. Probably one of the probably the best draw engine in the game right now, mainly because you discard 1 card and you get 4, potentially 2 cards that'll help you in the long run in the grave, and the 2 that you draw. So yeah. 1 Destiny draw, not only a target for your Destiny heroes, also a target for Diamond Dude. Lure, really good, of course, and it's really nice to draw other cards. And if you need to remove like a malicious or whatever that's in your hand that's dead, go ahead. Doesn't hurt. And 2 cards that you would always love to flip over with Diamond Dude, and cards that are essential for this deck in this new format, are 2 Gold Sarcophagus. This card is amazing for this build. You can get from Pot of Avarice to Charge to Solar Recharge to JD, just so you don't mill it late in the game. And it's really nice to have. And flipping it over with Diamond Dude, your opponent will almost feel cheated out of certain cards. But yeah, 2 Gold Sarks, really nice for this build. 1 Foolish Burial, of course, a great target for Diamond Dude, and if you top deck this, you pretty much got a 2100 attack monster waiting in your deck to come out. 1 Pot of Avarice, really good for recycling Dad, JD, Chaos Sorcerer, various things like that, really nice. Monster Reincarnation, same purpose, JD, Dad. And the last 2 spells, Heavy Storm, staple, and of course MST. And to the last bits are the 5 final trap cards of the deck. 2 Beckoning Light, of course, for light support and for pretty much getting JD. You want to pop that OTK and just push for game. It's really great, really aggressive card, and will almost always spell game for you when you use it right. And 1 Torrential Tribute, of course. You don't mind sending your Lightsworns to the grave. And last but not least, 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. Yeah, these are staples, guys. Use them wisely. You only get 2. And that's it for the deck, guys. LSD for Deck of the Month, April. And I hope you guys like it. And until next time, rate, comment, subscribe, and peace.